We think it only happens in other countries, but it is happening here. These books are a few of many that have been censored somewhere in the United States. The story you are about to see could happen in any community in America, even yours. Maybe it already has.
Good morning, it's 6:45. You're in tune with KBLP, your morning wake-up station. Coming up next from our Eye in the Sky is Julie with the traffic report. Good morning, Julie. What's the tie-up situation in the day?
What would you do without me, Lauren? Sleep. You wouldn't be so tired.
I did my exercises. I ate breakfast.
You don't.
Morning, Mr. Moore.
Morning, Barnaby. Gordon. I thought you would have taken care of this on the weekend, Karen.
This hasn't been an easy decision to make.
Excuse me.
Okay, so we've got you journalism office, 6th period.
Oh, excellent.
This is going to get you at a study hall, okay?
Thank you.
Okay. Oh, Luke.
Later.
Just the guy I wanted to see.
Forget it, Barney.
You don't even know what I'm going to ask you.
Hey, I'm not writing for the school rank. I'm a score breaker, not a muckraker.
Oh, come on, Luke. Look, you'd be perfect for this. The inside track. I need you.
Forget it, Barney.
Okay. What if each column you wrote counted as a weekly English assignment?
Hey, if you can sell that to Baines, I'll do the Lonely Hearts column for you, too.
She bought it.
What?
Lonely Hearts, Luke. I like that.
You?
Journalism, 6th period. Have a cigar, my friend.
You define slick, Barney.
Yeah, well, not slick enough to get you write that column for the paper.
Well, one of us has got to keep working on Silver Speed or we'll never get it ready for the car show.
Hey, the car. And that's a column.
Are you going to spend all your time writing about it or making it?
Oh, listen, Gordon. Being editor's taken more time than I expected. But once I get the new deal worked out, trust me, it'll ease up. And I'm not about to abandon Silver Speed. It's the best design we've got.
Right.
Interestingly enough, Huck Finn was dismissed for some time as coarse and poorly written. Because it's told from the point of view of the hero, and the hero happens to be a young, deviant child, and Mark Twain uses the colloquial dialect appropriate to such a child. Thank you. Anyway, we can now see that Huckleberry Finn revolutionized the American novel.
Miss Baines, are we ever going to study some female authors?
Oh, boy, here she goes.
Well, there's lots. I mean, what about Emily Dickinson or Louisa May Alcott?
Kate, we'll come to them in time.
But I want a milk.
Class, settle down. Now, Mississippi River dialect of pre-Civil War times. You may find it hard to understand. Let's hear some of it. Let's see. Page 5, second paragraph. Barney?
Miss Watson, she kept pecking at me. And it got tiresome and lonesome. By and by, they fetched in the niggers and had prayers. And then everybody was off to bed. I went up to my room with a piece of candle and put it on the table. Then I sat down in a chair by the window and tried to think of something cheerful, but it weren't no use. I felt so lonesome.
I fell over a root and made a noise. We scrunched down and laid still. Miss Watson's big nigger named Jim was setting up in the kitchen door. We could see him pretty clear because there was this light behind him. He got up, stretched his neck out about a minute, listening. Then he says, "Who there?"
Jim was monstrous proud about it, and he got so he wouldn't hardly notice the other niggers. Niggers would come miles to hear Jim tell about it, and he was more looked up to than any. I'm not reading anymore.
Class, settle down. Gordon, this is an historical novel. Please, let me clarify.
There's no need to clarify nigger. What the hell kind of racist book is that to have in a school?
Gordon, I don't know why you're taking it so personally.
How'd you like it, Maggie, if the classic literature we were reading was full of spick? On every page, spick smacks you in the face.
I hear you, man. I wouldn't, okay? But it's not my autobiography.
It is yours.
Hey, cool off, man. That's the way people talked back then. Mark Twain is just showing you the way it was.
Was. Was is the operative word.
They keep us reading the way it was, and that's the way we think it's supposed to be. I think we should do something about it. I really do.
Oh, come on. The reason it's called history is because things change.
Ooh-wee! Excuse me, Professor Barnaby. Put the guy in charge of a newspaper and all of a sudden he's an expert.
Well, I'm not saying I'm an expert. It's just that I don't think if you take a book like
Look, if you guys aren't going to do something about it, I am.
You can't understand how it feels. You're not black. You're not female.
Super feminista strikes again.
I got that super feminista.
Super, I don't know why.
Hey, come on, you guys. This isn't funny.
It's Mad Mike. I was hoping I'd get through the whole day without being slimed.
So, Mr. Moore, what column did Barney corner you to write? The view from the principal's office?
That's a very good idea, Lucas. How was your weekend?
Good, sir. I was possessed. Someone else is inside me now.
Well, let's hope he's more intelligent. Anyway, I'm here to make an announcement. Mr. Lopez will now be the advisor for the school paper instead of Ms. Salters.
How come?
She's taking a leave, health reasons.
Well, what's wrong?
I didn't think it my business to pry. I suggest it's not yours either. Well, I think the new additions to your staff, Barnaby, could really breathe some new life into this old school newspaper, huh? Maybe we've still got a chance to win the All-City Newspaper Award, huh?
Yeah.
That's sudden.
That is weird. I saw Mrs. Salters carrying a box full of stuff to her car this morning. She looked really healthy.
Every time Gordon or any black child hears that word, it's an insult.
The classics are part of our history, Mr. McLean.
This part of our history is better left on the shelf.
The possibility occurs to me that Mark Twain was actually expressing disapproval of racial bigotry.
Where in this book is there any sign of disapproval of the use of the word nigger? Or that blacks were treated as subhuman? It's not addressed by the characters or the narrator. This is not suitable classroom material.
Yes, but in discussion in class with Miss Baines, a woman without a speck of prejudice.
I have no doubt that the teacher will say all the right things about how badly whites have treated blacks. But what's going to stay in the minds of these kids, black and white, is the word nigger. That's why they've attempted to ban it in classrooms all across the country. It's even been censored in a school district in Illinois, for example. I do not want my son or any other student, black or white, subjected to Huckleberry Finn in class.
I hear you. I hear you clearly.
Hi, Miss Fitzgerald. I was wondering if it was possible to get a copy of last year's cafeteria menu. Well, I'm doing a story comparing last year's menu to this year's menu. Calling it As the Stomach Turns.
Sure, Barney.
Thanks.
I appreciate your parents seeing this. You know, I wish more parents took such an interest in their children's education. Gordon is.
Appreciate your attention, Mr. What's the next step?
But I'll have to photocopy it for you.
Oh, great. Go. Thanks.
School board handle these complaints?
No, leave it with me. I have my own methods of handling these things. We're all team players here, if you get my meaning. Mr. McLean, I'll personally see to it that Huckleberry Finn is eliminated.
Great. I'll tell my son.
I'm afraid I don't understand. You're telling me that one of the landmarks of American literature is not suitable for use in my class?
According to some parents, yes. I mean, Gordon's father thinks it's insulting and that the language is racist.
Oh, if I just had a chance to put it in its historical context, we could have avoided all this.
And that's why I think a temporary suspension is in order.
What?
It's not unusual. I mean, they're taking a number of books off the shelves across the country. They've even censored Huck Finn in a school district in Illinois.
Not without a huge fight.
And that's the kind of publicity that we don't want here. Now, I'm simply suggesting that we expedite this matter and remove the book from your class immediately.
No. We have a procedure, including a review committee to preside over these complaints. I insist we follow that procedure. Book banning is serious business.
So is your job, Miss Baines.
That's up to you, Mr. Moore. But as for me and my students, we will continue to study Huckleberry Finn until the review committee has made their decision.
I tell you, Huck Finn is dead meat.
I'm sorry I'm so late. We'll, pick up where we left off yesterday. Middle of page 23. Chris,
But hasn't there been a complaint about this book?
This book is presumed innocent until proven guilty. That is the basis of our democracy.
I don't have to stay and be forced to hear a book that insults me and everybody like me.
Point taken. I mean, you gotta speak up. If we just go on accepting everything without questioning it, we could still be in the Dark Ages. Even the women in this book are stereotyped. Plenty of smart women in the 19th century who talked back to men and didn't call everybody a nigger like the women in this book.
Yeah, and the white guys...
Oh, come on! This book is about two people, one black, one white. They like each other a heck of a lot and stand by each other no matter what.
Luke, will you let him speak?
What I see is that the white guy uses the word nigger every time he's talking about the black guy. And I don't accept that, period. And I'm not coming back here till that book is gone.
I agree.
Anyone else? Steve?
No, I don't think so.
Why?
Because I haven't made up my mind about Huck Finn, and I can't do that if I can't read it, can I?
Closet Uncle Tom, huh? Barney?
Gordon, I think we should give it a chance and read it.
Well, I've read enough. Really? This looks so stupid.
Miss Baines, can I ask you a question? I wanted to know what was going to happen to Gordon and the rest of the kids if they decide not to stay in the class.
While the book is being reviewed, they'll probably transfer him to another class.
Then what?
The review committee will make a recommendation to the school board. The school board will make the final decision. There's a chance we could lose it.
Lose Huckleberry Finn?
Not only could they vote it out of my class, they could have it removed from the library.
But that's censorship.
Unfortunately, it happens all the time. School boards in other states have censored books from Romeo and Juliet to Deanie by Judy Blume.
Thanks for your help.
Hey, Mrs. Salters. Oh, listen, let me give you a hand. Oh, all right. Thanks, buddy. It's a problem.
Thank you, Barney. That was very nice.
Oh, no problem. So how's the health situation?
Health situation? It's fine. Thanks for asking.
No, I just heard you were sick.
Sick? No, how's it going down at the newspaper? Did you get those extra reporters we talked about?
Yeah, I did. You were right. You know, I even got Luke Myers to write a column.
Oh.
There's some trouble at school with one of the books we're studying. Huckleberry Finn?
Huck Finn? I'm sorry to hear that.
Some people think it should actually be removed from the library. I could sure use your back.
Oh, thank you. It's nice to hear.
Mrs. Salters, have they ever tried this before?
Tried what?
Censoring books of Thomas Jefferson.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, I can get...
No, it's okay. I've got it.
No,
Look, it's all right. Just leave me. I want to rest, all right?
Sure.
Thank you. Thank you for everything you did.
Must have been hard to walk out in front of your friends.
I just can't believe that those guys don't understand. They were like strangers.
A lot of people just don't understand that when that word gets used in the classroom, it can legitimize its use elsewhere. It's like giving permission. Perhaps Mr. Moore doesn't take me seriously. I'm going to call the school board myself.
Dad.
You are right. There's got to be consideration of differences, of individual beliefs.
What?
So, Rebel, what you up to?
Painting the sign. What does it look like?
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay, so you don't agree with us. You still gotta respect our feelings.
Oh, I do.
Well?
Well, I just don't think you should get rid of it because you don't like it. Listen, Gordon, if people start censoring what they don't like, that controls what everyone is allowed to know. It's a lot bigger than just one book. I don't think you've got that right.
Barney, this book continues attitudes that neither of us believe in.
Do you even get what Twain felt about slavery? When he had How to Rescue Jim from the Conman? No, wait a minute. He went against everything he had been taught and learned about slavery because he respected Jim.
That makes me feel a whole lot better. Okay, Gordon, slavery happened, it was a real thing, and you're not going to erase it by censoring a book. We should know about our history so we don't repeat our mistakes.
Barney, we happen to feel a little differently about it. We're allowed to voice our opinions.
Great, perfect. Freedom of speech is exactly what I'm saying.
Fine, well, we're saying it to everyone at lunch today.
Okay. You know what you should do? You should write a book about it. No, I'm serious. If you got a point of view, write a book. But how are you going to feel if someone says to me, I can't read that book?
What if someone says you have to read it and it makes you sick?
Gordon, if you think that
Look, you just won't listen, will you? You used to back me up.
Yeah, well, you never started to lynch books before either.
Lynch, that's typical, Barnaby. You wouldn't know the meaning of lynch.
Some things get old and they have to be updated, Barney.
Yeah, well, some things shouldn't change. Like the right to check a book out of a library.
What's wrong with him?
Oh, forget it.
Okay, we've got our articles. All right, Lonely Hearts, right? Yeah. Inside Track, Food.
Section them off?
Section them off.
I'm sorry. Sorry I'm late. Any word from the review committee?
Still waiting. Should have been out about an hour ago.
All right, listen, you guys, you might want to consider putting that Huck Finn editorial on the front page, okay? We can box it, that way it'll get some attention. It'll be the meat of the page, okay?
You know, just last week I saw that movie, Fahrenheit 451, on TV. It's about books being burned.
Oh, Luke, where have you been? Book burning is not new.
Somewhere else, maybe, like Nazi Germany, but not here.
Well, wait a minute, Luke. Let's not jump to that assertion. I mean, not here. It could very easily happen right here. All right, but at least here we have checks, we have balances to make sure it doesn't.
Yeah, but if they can ban Mark Twain, they can ban anything, like even the Bible.
Oh, Luke, will you cut it out with your crazy paranoia? Nobody's gonna ban the Bible. We're talking about one book, okay? I will be in the print shop if anybody needs me.
What's for her?
Well, what's this list? Banned and censored books. Judy Blume. My sister's got that book. So what is it doing on this list?
Color Purple, Merchant of Venice, and of Mice and Men. Challenge titles, The Wizard of Oz.
I don't know. I've always kind of identified with Munchkins.
And Cinderella. Who could have a problem with Cinderella?
No, wait a minute. You see, nobody has a problem with that. The problem isn't with Cinderella or the Munchkins. The problem is that they both have magic and witches as elements of the story. Okay, now there are a lot of people out there that get very uptight and find it disrespectful to attribute magical powers to anyone but God.
Okay, but does that give them the right to stop someone else from reading?
Yeah, listen, I'm telling you now, I mean, there are obviously options to censorship. I mean, there's discussion, there's alternative material, and probably the number one most important thing we can discover here is education. Right?
Jeez, what is taking the review committee so long?
Okay, I got it. What we gotta do is each take a section of the book, memorize it, to let it live. Just like in Fahrenheit 451.
Well?
We lost. They're recommending to the school board that Huck Finn be censored.